Well, it sounds familiar, doesn't it? But it seems to have a different tone. We're reading not from Matthew's gospel today, but from Luke's gospel. Matthew's gospel speaks of the Sermon on the Mount. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Luke's gospel is much more direct. It's the Sermon on the Plain. They're down in the flat space. And scholars over the years have really tried to figure out which one is right. Who got it right? Who listened better? Matthew or Luke? Well, I think they're wrong in that. I think it's very important that Matthew speaks of being on the mountain and Luke speaks about being on a plain, on a flat space. It tells us these are accounts of two different times that Jesus gave his stump speech, and that he was giving this speech to different people. And he was hitting on different themes because he's talking to different people who need to hear a slightly different message. And what is the message? The message is that discipleship comes with a cost. Discipleship comes with a cost. That we are called to join in the sacrifice of Christ. And we're called to recognize the needs of others and to meet those needs. And that too comes with a cost. That on this world we are to honor our Lord, our God, with all our heart, with all our mind, and with all of our strength, in service to him and his church in the here and now, that we may be with him for all eternity and the world to come. And there will be sacrifices that need to be made. Some of you experienced this morning when you got up and had to pick up the shovel to come to Mass. Some are experiencing it because they couldn't pick up a shovel, and they have to wait for others to come and set them free. Discipleship comes with a cost. It comes with a desire to do God's will, even when it's not easy to do God's will, even when other people put us down for doing God's will, for reaching out to the needy who are unwelcomed in our community, reaching out to those who are struggling and are difficult to minister to. Discipleship comes with a cost. Christ recognized that cost. Christ modeled for us that cost on his way to the cross. But it also comes with the promise of resurrection and glory in a life lived well in the world to come for all eternity. So yes, today we sacrifice in service to God and his church and the needs of the broken people in our midst, so that we may someday rejoice with all of them in the place where no one will ever be hungry, where all will be clothed, all will have a place to stay, created for them by God himself from the foundations of the world. For we live in this world in the hope and the promise of the world to come, where there will be no more pain, no more suffering, that the compassion that we share here finds fruitfulness in the mercy of heaven. May God's blessing be with you.